I have a series of questions here on my trusty notepad in the background that are meant to sort of stimulate a train of thought for you, as I have done for myself in the past, and that I would have for other people in my life. So let's just dive into it. I just came back from a couple hours of practicing soccer. Very grateful to be able to do that. Um, I haven't really elaborated on my history with things of this nature, but I'll save that for another day. Let's just say that I've really committed to maintaining my physical well being over my life in different ways, despite certain challenges that I've had personally in the past. Um, that being said, let's just go into these notes, okay? Here's a train of thought. I invite you to ask yourself these questions. I'm just basically going to read them out loud, mostly word for word behind me. I'll elaborate as well. What forms of physical activity do I enjoy the most? Right? You should ask yourself this question. Um, and here's the important follow up. Are you engaged in that activity that you like the most? Are you engaged in that activity as much as you would like to be? If the answer is yes, then that's fantastic, right? But you would be in the minority if your answer to that question was genuinely a resounding yes. You would be in the vast minority, significant minority of people in this regard. Because for the vast majority of people, the answer to this is unfortunately no. And it is what it is. I'm not placing any judgment on it. I'm just, bringing something to light for, hopefully your benefit. And if the answer is no, why is that? So sit and think and maybe brainstorm for yourself. I I think it's safe to assume that the answer, if no, is it something to do with either a physical restriction, something like an injury or multiple injuries or things like this, pains, stuff like this that haven't been resolved, or some sort of mental or maybe emotional barrier, maybe some sort of excuse, different priorities, um, maybe fear or some other emotional barrier to being as physically active as you would like to be, especially with something that you're actually genuinely interested in. Now, whether it is physical, mental, emotional, or anything else, any sort of category of reason why the answer to the main question might be no. The last and maybe most important question is, have you genuinely, thoroughly committed to finding and implementing the resolution so that you can resolve any sort of physical or mental barrier? Now, of course, there are some cases where it may be impossible to overcome certain barriers. There is theoretically that possibility. So I'm not here to pretend like every physical and mental, emotional barrier can be absolutely overcome no matter what. That's not true. But I would say that the vast majority of barriers that we have to certain things can be overcome. And I'm basically just recording this to go through a train of thought, ask a series of questions that I would ask myself, I think is worth you asking yourself, for the purpose of possibly being more active, especially to do with a physical activity that you genuinely enjoy, something fun. It could be a sport, it could be a hobby, it could be something even leisurely, right? Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Late upload today for this channel. I am now aiming to upload one per day for each channel. I don't know how sustainable that is, but I've been able to maintain it so far. If you're with me this long at the end of these videos, just a direct message to you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I'm glad you're listening. Even more so if you have any comments. I really enjoy engaging in the comments. So, yeah, have a good night. Take care of yourself. Until the next video. Peace.